wire to show you how it works. Green knob right here turns it on, black button on the side to talk on it. Pretty simple stuff. In fact, it's so easy, a caveman can do it. Most required to tell you about life jackets above you if you should need those life jackets for any reason. However, this bed's been designed to keep you above the water, so we should not need any life jackets today. In fact, it's been over 100 years now we brought people like yourselves up.
It's a turtle.
There's a small crack down below, that's where your water comes out of, and that's the spring. We call this one Spring of the Stars. The Spring of the Stars is about 35 feet down. It is the home of the creature from the Black Lagoon, one of the many movies they filmed here over the years. Some say the creature is still lurking around down there. In fact, just the other day, I had a lady say she saw the creature peeking back at her, but that was just a reflection in the glass.
Yeah, right there.
This is the Spring of the Stars. Spring of the Stars. Just a small one. Actually, the bigger openings are coming up a little farther over to the left where the creature was. Then a few fish swimming around, smaller ones with the stripes. Those are your bluegill. Long fish with the long snouter. Gar. Watch for the gar. Of course, if you have fish too, you're allowed to feed the fish anytime you like it. This spring right here is the second largest spring in our river.
Where's that fish? No. Right there.
Spring right here is called the Abyss. If you catch this opening at just the right angle, just the right light, you might see a white ledge way down inside there. The white ledge is about 81 feet down. Now 81 feet does make it the deepest spring we know of on the Silver River. I know 81 feet there could be a little hard to fathom. But to give you an idea how deep that actually is, 81 feet is about the equivalent of standing next to an 8-story high building. We can't squeeze past the ledge. You don't know how much farther it goes after that. The ledge itself is 81 feet.
Scuba dive.
They've been down there before, but we've never had scuba diving.
I don't know.
They've been down there.
Florida snowstorm. Now what you're actually looking at is little particles of lime rock and shell being forced up out of the spring by the current of the water. Gives it the appearance of an upside down snowstorm, but all we ever get around here is flurries. It's an endless dance done day in day out for thousands and thousands of years. Never know what you see there. Spring of life. All throughout the trip you might see fish down there. On this river we do have mullet, bass, gar, bowfin, catfish, bluegill, perch, shad, shiner, shellcrackers, tilapia. Altogether there are 34 different species of fish living right here on the Silver River.
Is that what type of species?
I don't know, I didn't see it.
Those? Are those it? Those?
The openings are springs, yeah. I don't know what.
Here is the wood coming into view down below. The wood was left of an old Timucuan Indian canoe. Timucuan Indians used to transport fire up and down our river using canoe, very much like this one here. A lot of people think Seminoles are the only Indians that have ever lived here in Florida. That's not true. Seminoles didn't even come here until about the 1700s. First race of Indians known to live here were the Timucuan, dating back about 12,000 years ago. Since then we've had Heron Indians, Creek Indians, Umassey Indians, just to name a few. Yes, it has a large rock formation down there. A lot of people think the rock looks like the backbone of a dinosaur there. It's not, though. It is just a rock. In fact, dinosaurs never lived in Florida. Florida was still underwater when the dinosaurs lived.
That was a little fish.
we did have me and Miss Saber. Blue Grotto. Blue Grotto. Now sunlight reflects off of lime rock and shell that gives it the silvery blue appearance that you see, thus the name Silver Springs. Indians who used to live here had their own name for our river. Sua Eleaha, meaning sun glistening waters. Some say they were looking at this spring right here when they named it Blue Grotto. Again, smaller fish with the stripes are bluegill. Long fish with the long snout are gar. Watch for the gar. Of course, sometimes you see the gar, but other times it's no sea gar.
Whoa, look what's over there.
Yeah.
That's where all the water's coming. That's where all the bubbles are coming. Fish. That's nice.
But it does have brass fittings, and of course, Indians never use those.
Neat, isn't it?
That boat's dead.
Huh?
That boat's not dead. That boat's going now.
That's pretty lucky.
Long gray flowing stuff hanging down from trees, that's your Spanish moss, even though it's not Spanish, nor is it even a moss. It's actually an air plant related to the pineapple. It gets the name Spanish moss because it kind of resembles the long gray flowing beards you'd see in the traditional picture next to it. It will bring good luck sometime in the near future. But if you remember me when the water, it's worth trying. There's a spring down below us here. This one's quite a bit bigger than all the others we've seen. In fact, this is the largest spring in our river, dropping down to about 55 feet right inside the opening. The opening itself is about 12 feet high and about 65 feet wide. Mentioned earlier, about 850 million gallons of water flow from all the springs combined every single day. This spring alone, just this spring, counts 550 million gallons of the water. 550 million gallons of water is enough to supply every person living in New York City today. And that's to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in just 2 minutes flat. Nowhere else in the entire world does the river literally erupt quite like it does here in Silver Springs. Since the start of the river here, this is where it all begins. So you know what that means. Right now, you're about as far from the beach as you could possibly get. Lee Majors was supposed to be upon the Atlantic Ocean searching for a lost state of Atlantis, or so you thought. Actually, it's right here in Florida's own Silver Springs. These statues were also used in a James Bond movie called Moonraker with Roger Moore. For those of you on 3 shows that actually use the statues, others have been filmed right here at Silver Springs, including Never Say Never Again with Sean Connery, Legend with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry, Sea Hunt with Lloyd Bridges, Tarzan with Johnny Weissmuller. More recently, back in '99, an episode of The Crocodile Hunter was filmed right here at Silver Springs. Back in 2005, Hoot with Luke Wilson and Jimmy Buffett. First movie dates back to 1916. And that was a silent screen classic called The Seven Swans.
Michael.
Nope, he's got tape on his mouth. You can't.
Gary, they're going to lose their spot.
Hey, Kirsten, they came over here to have you for lunch.
Becky. They know what time it is.
I can't see.
You want me to do it, Ben?
Look at they all just gather. Look.
Here she goes.
Look.
Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'd like to welcome everyone to Big Gator Lagoon. My name is Kim, and I am one of the wildlife keepers here. Before we get started, I do want to remind everyone to please stay off and behind the rails. They are there for your protection as well as for the protection of the animals. Now, these gators do respond to splashing water. So if in the event anything should go into the lagoon, more than likely it's not going to be coming back out again. So please do hang on to all of your loved ones and belongings. Of course, if you don't want to hang on to your beloved ones, I'm just going to turn my back and pretend I never saw it. Now, as we get started here, I would like to remind you that feeding gators in the state of Florida is illegal. It is also extremely dangerous. It does carry heavy fines and or jail time. And most important is that people do get hurt. Usually what happens is that whoever's been feeding the gators, they aren't the ones that generally get injured. An innocent person coming along after these animals have been conditioned to kind of responding to humans and taking food, someone comes by and then they become the victim of that injury. Now you may have even noticed that these guys started circling the area, kind of coming over to this area around 2:15. They're kind of doing the same thing. They see everybody coming around this area, and they respond by knowing that they see people and they get food. So they're pretty well conditioned here in the park as well as in the wild. Now we're going to get started. What I'm feeding here today is going to be horse meat. Now I'm going to be feeding about 8 to 10 pieces, and I actually have 29 alligators in this lagoon. Now there are no crocodiles in this display. Our crocodile enclosures, which you'll definitely want to catch before you leave today, when you go through the Cypress Market, we have some wonderful displays of crocodiles. We have about 13 of the 23 different vanishing species. But again, in this lagoon, we have all alligators and about 29 of them. And you may wonder why I'm only feeding about 8 to 10 pieces today. Well, these guys, they actually don't require eating every day like most mammals do. They are cold-blooded. And in a sense here, these guys only really need to eat about once a week. So they rotate themselves around, eating once a week. By the end of the week, when we've done all of our feedings, everyone that really needs to get fed will have their meal. Throughout the rest of the park, we do only feed our alligators and crocodiles once a week. Now, alligators spend most of their time regulating their body temperatures, and for that reason, we actually don't feed the gators in the winter months from about November to about the 1st of May. What happens is here in Florida, if we were to feed these guys and the temperature would start to drop for any reason, their digestive system slows down. So if they eat a nice meal on a nice warm day in the middle of our winters when it seems like it's nice, their digestive system would not work. The food can actually ferment and rot in their bellies and kill them. Now alligators do have extremely good eyesight. They can see very well and in color. You may not think that from where their eyes are located. Now they also see things that are in a distance. They see them up close much faster. So if you're out there taking some photographs of these guys, do be leery because they'll sneak up on you a lot faster than you can imagine. Now their hearing again is also very good. They can hear approximately 3 miles away. This
guys. See on the log there, the large turtles over on the left? Bird you see here to the right back of the boat in the water is a cormorant. And your cormorants are used in Japan to fish with. They tie a ring around the bird's neck, the bird spears the fish, and they take the fish away. Now, my name is Captain Virginia, and I'll be your captain and guide for the next 25, 35, 45. I really don't care, okay? Now, let me pull your legs a moment here, guys, before you get too far on the way. This boat is not designed for this tour. I love right. Them outside the water, good alligator. Now that's big Florida down there, guys. Florida's growing. Not gonna believe it, he was up near the dock a few minutes ago over with the troops. Tree damage here. Very low structure damage. Now we're coming into the archaeological dig site. And back during the prehistoric days, there were animals roaming this area the size of a Volkswagen. They were huge. You look off on the right side here, there's a replica of a saber-tooth tiger skull, along with the woolly mammoth too. Now the Paleo-Indians were the first humans lived along the Mississippi River. Off on the right side here, we have replica of the Seminole Indian village. Seminole Indians lived in large villages. They lived in the one-room dwellings with the wooden walls and the thatched roofs. In the center of the village is the council center. Now they use a council center just like we use a courthouse. That's where they held all of their trials and made all their major decisions.
Look at these birds over here.
Now birds over there, guys. Now brown and white one is an immature ibis. White one is a mature ibis. He's full of mature. Now, that's the Miami Hurricanes mascot.
Yeah.
Now, coming up to November and December, you can't find any. Now, at the beginning of the Second Seminole War, Seminoles fought the Spanish. Their American soldiers and anyone else invading their territory. There's an alligator in front of the boat up there, invading their territory. Now we also have an alligator over on that side nesting up here. Right up by the wood duck box up there, Katie.
Oh.
It's a female.
There's a gator.
It's a female, has a nest right behind that tree there. See if they can get the other out. But in the meantime, they receive orders to find some property on a hill near the water to build a fort. That property was found about 2.5 miles southwest of Silver Spring. Now, the original size of the fort was 152 by 162. And a front and back gate.
Put the wrist on their right.
On each end, the watchtowers housed the magazine, ammunition, and
Don't drop
weapons.
that camera.
Inside of the fort, you have the barracks, the mess hall, and alpha support. Now, the fort wasn't actually built until 1827. Seminole Indians burned the fort in 1836. Soldiers rebuilt the fort, occupied it for a while. They abandoned the fort and it was then used as Ocala, first post office. and courthouse. Now, if you all are familiar with this area here, it's located on 14 between 36th and 37th Avenue. If you look off on the right up there, baby alligator on the left. Over on the right side, we have another family of turkeys up here. See over behind the trees up there, the turkeys? Now, freight was transported into Silver Springs back in the 1800s from Palatka, Jacksonville, Florida by steamboat. Go Kelly, go Pueblo. Here on the left side are replicas of the steamboats. Off on the right side here, the little bluebird you see on the limb here, that's a blue heron. Now there's a family of turtles coming up on the right side. They had no screens or panes to the windows. They had no telephones, no cell phone. Now how did they survive without a cell phone? Now the first building up here, young people, that's what the schools look like. You had no computer labs, cafeterias, gyms, libraries, school buses, and mama had no car. You had those Kenmores, Maytags, and Whirlpools. You had to wash those clothes by hand on a washboard. You all know what a washboard is? Had no detergent either. There was no Walmart, Dollar General to run out to. So you had to make your own soap. And that soap was made out of lard, and ashes. And it took you almost all day to prepare to wash. Wash day was a big day in the house back in those days. The days our lives as the world turned. Steamboats here on the right side coming in from Palatka was 135 miles. Took about 37 hours to make that trip.
Big cat.
No, he's like, screw you. Wanna die?
That's a big cat. Wow. Hi, kitty cat. Hey.
I would love to pet one, but
I dare you. I dare you to pet. What is this?
that glare.
Is that good? Too much shrimp for that one.
Hey, look at that extremely pink one. He's not eating very much shrimp. Where's the shrimp in there? He's swimming. Oh, got him right. Oh, I don't need to get a shot of his gut.
Whew. I think he's dead.
No, he's alive.
He looks dead.
I love otters. And pay attention, he's got a bucket of air in his face.
Oh yeah. What's up there?
That is a rat snake.
What is that called?
This is called a yellow rat snake.
Plastic? Huh? Ooh. Oh, it's the otter. Oh yeah, it's big. It's cute. Oh, they eat apples? Cool. Cute.
Where's this so-called pine snake? Let's try not to pull a Harry Potter.
Dominic, look at him.
Oh, well,
Dominic, look at him. Look how he eats. He goes like this.
I know, I've seen it. A bull snake.
Where? Oh, there's skin. Shredded skin.
Oh, I think I see him.
Holy.
Bulls. Thanks. Hold on.
Oh, I got out here and I see this. And I scared the heck out of me.
What?
What'd you say?
What'd you see? Oh, cool.
They don't want no turtle soup.
Oh, look at that.
Well, look at this large one. It's a heavy one.
Kind of glad we didn't use that shot.
I'm coming.
Black diamond. Oh. What?
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, that's your baby.
I didn't see you.
No, that's just one of my snack cat.
It's not you. Oh, hi.
Pretty bird. Come here, buddy.
Prepared.
Pretty bird. Come here. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
We taught
Hello.
her in Mexico too.
Hello.
Yeah, me too.
He loves parrots. I do too.
You're pretty good.
Pretty bird.
Favorite free bird.
Come here, baby. Come here.
Oh, look at that. It wants
Ew. Stabbing you?
No.
No.
He's biting his own leg.
I think
Look
he
at this.
wants to come to Nikki, but
He wants to come out and play.
He loves biting his own
no, I
leg.
think he wants to come to him.
Come here, buddy.
Hello. And bite.
Look, see it?
Hey.
They're very...
Yeah.
There's some right here too, some sanitized water.
Yes,
Hold it down. You have to hold your hand in here, and he'll lick it out.
We're going